Judd Trump is known as one of the most debated snooker players in history. Despite winning the 2019 World Championship, he still carries the label of being overrated. But what's the reason behind it? Why does his name always spark such strong opinions? There's no doubt that his playing style is mesmerizing. His shots are a mix of precision and just the right amount of flair. But when it comes to being considered among the all-time snooker greats, well, that's where opinions start clashing harder than two balls on a bad break. Many believe that Judd Trump's achievements don't quite match up to the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan or Mark Williams. The highest level of greatness in snooker belongs to an exclusive club: Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, and John Higgins. While Judd still has time to make his mark, that hasn't stopped people from debating where he truly stands. Trump was practically raised for snooker stardom, excelling in junior circuits and picking up multiple titles. At just 14 years old, he became the youngest player to make a competitive maximum break. Most kids at that age are struggling with algebra, but Judd, he was already making 147s. He joined the professional tour in 2005, but it took 6 years before he truly made a name for himself. In 2011, he finally had his breakthrough, winning his first ranking title, reaching the World Championship final and securing the UK Championship all in 1 year.
Too far to climb, and Judd Trump must be absolutely delighted. He picks up the WilliamHill.com UK Championship for the first time. Well done to both players.
UK champion, Mr. Judd Trump. Your champion, Judd Trump.
From there, his career remained steady. He collected ranking titles almost every season, adding the International Championship, Players' Championship, and 2 back-to-back European Masters trophies to his collection. It all looked promising, until expectations started rising. By the end of 2017, Judd had 8 titles under his belt, but had lost 9 ranking finals, even going on a streak of losing 3 finals in a row. Doubts started creeping in, and whispers of him being a bottler spread through the snooker world. That may be harsh, but snooker fans aren't exactly known for sugarcoating their opinions. Then came the turning point, the 2018 Northern Ireland Open. Trump ended a 13-month ranking title drought by defeating O'Sullivan 9-7 in the final. From there, his career took off. That season, he added 2 more ranking titles to his name, and once again got the better of O'Sullivan, this time with a commanding 10-4 win in the Masters final. But his biggest achievement came in 2019, when he finally claimed the World Snooker Championship. His path to the final wasn't easy, and he had to get past Thepchaiya Unnu, Ding Junhui, Stephen Maguire and Gary Wilson before meeting John Higgins in the final. What followed was one of the most dominant performances in World Championship history. Trump dismantled Higgins 18-9, setting the record for the most century breaks in a single match. Even Steve Davis described it as the controlled annihilation of a great player. After lifting the world title, Trump went on a winning spree, securing 11 titles in the next 2 seasons. He even set a record with 6 ranking titles in a single season and managed to beat O'Sullivan in 3 consecutive Northern Ireland Open finals from 2018 to 2020. One of his most impressive moments came in 2020, when just weeks after a tough final frame loss in the UK Championship, he bounced back to win the World Grand Prix. If nothing else, that showed his resilience. But what's behind all the hype and criticism? It's not just about how many titles he's won, but how he's done it. A Eurosport article pointed out that in the 2020-2021 season, Trump led in almost every key stat: most finals, most wins, most frames, most centuries, and most plus 50 breaks. At that point, he was dominating snooker like a speedrunner trying to break records. Yet, despite all these accomplishments, the debate remains. Has Trump secured his place among snooker's greatest, or is he just an exceptionally successful player who still falls short of legendary status? Back in 2011, when Judd burst onto the scene with his incredible World Championship run and his flashy, naughty snooker style, people thought he was about to take over the game completely. He won a few titles here and there, but the level of domination that was predicted, it didn't quite happen as expected. Even in the last few years, where he's been racking up trophies like a collector, some feel he could still be doing more. Trump is now 35, and some argue that snooker legends like Hendry and O'Sullivan had achieved much more by this age. Many other players would kill to have a career like his, but because of the hype surrounding his junior career, he's held to a much higher standard. Fans argue that Judd should have dominated the game much earlier. With his talent, they believe he should be lifting an insane number of trophies to truly match his potential. The Triple Crown is the ultimate measure of snooker greatness. These three tournaments, especially the World Championships, are what separate the greats from the legends. Judd's record in these events, however, is a little underwhelming. Despite his talent, he's only reached the one-table setup at the Crucible 4 times. His Masters record? 1 final in 9 appearances. Not exactly screaming greatest of all time, is it? He's also lost 2 UK Championship finals in deciders. Even during his peak form in recent seasons, he's only managed 2 quarter-final appearances at the World Championships. So the critics do have a point. We completely agree that Judd needs more Triple Crown victories to be seen as an all-time great. However, the way people downplay his other ranking tournament wins feels a bit unfair. Some call them casual or minor events, but he's won prestigious titles like the China Open, the International Championship, and the Players' Championship. These aren't small-time wins. Judd Trump has already built an impressive career, and calling him overrated doesn't quite hold up, especially after securing the Triple Crown. His talent is undeniable, and if he keeps this up, he could be one of the best by the time he retires. Right now, he's got his eyes on a major milestone, a £100,000 break bonus at the Crucible next month. He even hinted that a strong run could get him there. At the World Grand Prix in Hong Kong, Trump notched his 80th century of the season with a 1-4-2 break, securing a 4-2 win over Gary Wilson.
Yeah, the black to complete a 142 total clearance. Magnificent. But in goes the pink, and Judd Trump is the winner.
But the real challenge is reaching 100 centuries in a single season, a feat only 2 players have ever accomplished. Neil Robertson was the first in 2013-14 with 103, and Trump himself hit 102 in 2019-2020. Now, with 4 ranking events left, he has another shot at making history. Winning century breaks against top players in the last 32 or last 16 of major tournaments, not exactly a walk in the park. At 35, Judd Trump knows this better than anyone. Can he pull off an incredible run at the World Championship? If he does, he figures the milestone century might come at the final. But for now, he's not losing sleep over it. The thought is there, waiting for the right time. Still, when the World Championship rolls around, the stakes will feel even higher, not just for him, but for everyone watching. That's a wrap for the video. Do you think Trump has done enough to be considered one of the all-time greats, or does he still have work to do? Let us know in the comments, and for more snooker content, click on the screen right now.